Welcome RidgeLife, I'm Tim, and today on Ramblings we are in the final stages of this ice storm. Isn't this ice behind me on these trees gorgeous? I don't know if I got enough backlight to light me up or not, but these trees are amazingly gorgeous. The sun has finally come out, guys, and I haven't seen the sun in a week, it seems like. It's just been gloomy and rainy, but guys, we're not whining, that's for sure. We are so thankful that the sun is out. Now, last night was a different story. You know, we had that third wave of the ice storm come through, and well, guess what? The log home Grandma Carol lives in lost power at 11:30 last night, and power did not come back till about 8 a.m. Now, as you recall, we have a tankless water heater that is on the outside of the building. And if it loses power, you've got to drain it. But it's good to down to about 20 degrees Fahrenheit. And luckily, we only got down to about 25 last night. So it was fine. Power came back. And that's why that's why I want to go off grid so bad for the new barn dominium. You guys, you know, you don't have to rely on the government for your lighting, for your heating, for your water, for your sewer. Oh my goodness, the freedom going off grid gives you. Last night was a very, very good reminder. You know, we love the log home, and Grandma Carol lives in that. And if I was living in it by myself, you know, then I probably wouldn't have been on grid. But you know, this is her home. It's not mine. She has retired, and ice is dropping on me from the trees above. But she is very, very happy in it. Unfortunately, she lost power for all those hours, what, 9 hours. But guess what? The log home kept warm. We this morning I got her a Blue Eddy set up, and she got a space heater. But overnight, with no power, 25 degrees, the interior of the log home stayed warm. That's those are 6-inch thick timbers, you know, 12-inch by 6-inch thick all the way up the sides. And she stayed warm. Even with the conventional foundation, with the split face cinder blocks, she stayed warm. Nothing froze, everything stayed going, and I was just ecstatic when her power came on, and she said nothing froze and she stayed warm. The camper is a different story. The camper gets cold when it's 35 degrees outside. Oh my goodness, there's like none of the windows are double paned. It is not a cold weather camper. We actually purchased it in Florida, so you know it's not made for cold weather. But don't have any water going to it right now because it's getting so cold. It's going to be 22 degrees tonight, guys. But I believe this is the last bit of sub-freezing temperatures we may get. Crossing my fingers, you know, it is only early February. But if I look at the map and I see that we're not going to get any freezing weather again, I may go ahead and hook water up to the camper from over at the log home, get a hose connected to it, and that way I can have running water all the time. That's something you definitely want. So I'm in the final stages, getting everything moved down, spilling some beans here on today's video. During the second phase of that ice storm, I did a big project, and it has to do with all those bees. You gotta see Monday's video of moving the bees in an ice storm. Bees were not happy. Let's just say that, okay? So spilling the beans here first on RidgeLife Ramblings. But tomorrow, I am going to get out on the tractor. I know it's going to be mucky and wet, you know, with all this ice melting and everything, but I got to get on that tractor and get some land cleared. You know, from the time I cut those one trees down and got ready for the stump bucket grapple, and it's just been terrible weather ever since. Of course, I went out of town. Guys, did you watch the the meetup in the SIP video on RidgeLife? That was so fun. Oh my goodness, that was fun. So if you didn't go watch that, go to RidgeLife and watch the last video, the meetup in the SIP with Come On Homesteading and 3 Mississippi. I had a blast on that. Oh my goodness. But I need to get back out there in the field, start clearing those trees so I can get that barn built. I want to get on this build process. So be on the lookout next week for clearing more trees. You know, I cut those stumps down, so now I can get in there with a stump bucket grapple, get those ones on the edge, and then I can get in and start clearing a lot of that small saplings and stuff. That's going to be really fun. And of course, all the trees that I had laying on the ground, I'll limb those, get the limbs piled up and cut those, buck those, and then use that stump bucket grapple to pile everything up into a good area to make firewood. And actually, I can use that stump bucket grapple to lift the log up and buck it very, because you know the grapple, it's not a really wide grapple, it's a narrow grapple, and I can lift the log up in the center and start bucking it all the way to the center, and firewood galore, guys. That's what I'm talking about. But my goodness, this ice fortress, beautiful God's creation behind me. Oh my goodness, look at that. That is just gorgeous back there. I'm hoping that the sun's not, you know, doing the things wrong on your camera there, because if you get to see that, what I am going to do is throw in, of course, the drone footage. I had some of that at the beginning. I'll end with some more drone footage. So stick around to the end of this video to watch the rest of that gorgeous ice majestic beauty of this frozen wonderland we've got here. I'm almost speechless how beautiful it is. But I'll have more of that drone footage at the end of this video. And you know, normally on Ramblings it's just a lot of talk, but you got to be speechless when you're looking at that stuff. Speaking of speechless, Tuesday on the RidgeLife live stream, Tuesday night's gonna be on RidgeLife, not Ramblings like I said on the last live. It's actually gonna be on RidgeLife. The reason is we are celebrating 20,000 subscribers, and I wanted to do that on RidgeLife. So on RidgeLife, Tuesday night, 7 p.m., we will celebrate 20,000 subscribers. Now, what's really crazy is we're already at like 22,000 just in the last few days. And what's happening is, most of you, a lot of you that have came to this channel recently came because of my goodbye video. A heartfelt video, just letting you know, my YouTube family know why the change in my content and what's upcoming. And that goodbye video, guys, is almost at 200,000 views. Almost 200,000 views. I don't know if it's going to reach 250,000, but that is just amazing that many people are connecting with that video. And I appreciate all the new subscribers, and hopefully a lot of them came over here to Ramblings as well. So if you're here from that video, I thank you very much. Matter of fact, if you can leave a comment down below saying, yes, I am here on Ramblings because of your goodbye video, I would really appreciate that. I like to know who I'm connecting with and how. So yes, Monday will be the moving of the bees and the ice storm and the craziness that ensued in that. And then later in the week, I'll have clearing more land for the barn build. And of course, Ramblings. I will try to get more of these Ramblings out to you almost daily. Was this week daily? I think this week was daily, coming back from the meetup in the SIP. If it was, that's my goal, was to try to get one of these out every day of the week for you. Now, it is hard because I do work full time, Monday through Friday, and I go to work before the sun comes up. So I got to get these videos out, if not the night before, for the next day, then in the afternoons, like today. Today is in the afternoon, so you're going to be watching this. I'm going to put this out tonight, so you'll see this tonight. And I can't wait to let you see this drone video of all this gorgeous ice wonderland. We have a lot more going on. I'm going to be, before I can get fully moved, I've got to get a temporary shelter. And what I'm going to do is one of those pole tents, like, you know, Simple Life Reclaim, Country Road Cure are using. I've got Gardasol, like I've got the carport, the Gardasol carport I put up, did a how-to or a product review on. I bought the fully enclosed one, 10 by 20. So I'll be putting that up on RidgeLife and moving a lot of the barn equipment and things into there. Again, just getting me to the point where I can live here off-grid full-time, or on the process to off-grid full-time. Because again, with a log home over there and the camper over here, I do have the luxury of bringing in some of those amenities, at least on a temporary basis. But once I move the camper up the ridge, that's all she wrote, guys. That'll be off grid, and I don't know when that'll be. I've got to get this barn built first. So I'll be getting that camper, or that temporary shelter, that tent, canvas tent or whatever, vinyl tent, put up, and start bringing materials into that, and you'll see that as well. I've got a lot of things to store. And so a lot is going on in a very, very short period of time. And a lot of it, you know, I don't think you really want to watch. You know, I don't want to put it on this ramblings video because this is where I tell you about it. So there'll be some things done behind the scenes, but I definitely won't keep you out of the loop. Anything that I do get done, I'll tell you about here for the dedicated viewers. I do appreciate that. It is so cold out here, guys. Again, 22 degrees tonight. It's just above freezing right now. That's why all this is dripping and coming down. But it is amazingly gorgeous. I actually, when I was coming out here, I had my ring light and that I use for my live streams, and it fell over and broke. So I got to buy a new ring light because the thing that holds the camera broke off. So that's not good. But hey, at least I'm out here enjoying this nature. A lot of you guys are like, Tim, why don't you go inside where it's warm? It's not as pretty in the camper, guys. You're going to see a lot of these ramblings probably from the camper, especially on rainy days. But why not be out here in the glory of it for as many as I can, you know? So I will suffer through a little bit of ice hitting me on the head and some cold weather to bring you beautiful backdrops and beautiful scenery. Loving the comments, guys. I love all the feedback you're giving. I have seen a few people leave a few negative things, and really the negative things weren't about me. They were about other channels that I'm friends with. And so if you like what I'm doing and don't like what they're doing, you really don't have to put them down, if you know what I'm saying, because I love all my family, and I love what they're doing, and I love what I'm doing, and it may not be the same. And if you like what I'm doing and don't like what they're doing, that's perfectly fine. Just be nice. Just make sure you be nice about it. And if you like what they're doing and don't like what I'm doing, you can tell me all you want. Say, Tim, I'd rather see you do this, and I'll take it to heart. But this is my channel, and this is where you can talk about me. And if you have great things to say about my friends, I love that. I'd love to be able to say, hey, so-and-so on my channel said you are amazing, you're doing wonderful things. But I definitely won't be telling my friends that these people on my channel are saying you're not doing wonderful things. I'll give them feedback maybe and to help them, but I'm definitely not going to be a mean person, because I am not a mean person. The animals are doing well. I have got, and I know a lot of you don't like this, I've got to harvest some bunnies. I need to get the bunnies and the chickens moved. I'll be doing that very, very soon. Then it's time to harvest some bunnies, because they are sustenance for us to eat. And I know some of you don't like that. They're too cute. But once they get big and they get rowdy, and it's time to eat them, like chickens and eggs and deer and beef cows. I mean, I'm going to be raising some cattle, and the offspring will be for sale for others to grow their herd and eat. And that's just part of living on a farm, or, you know, living this country life. Now, I'm going to briefly get into this, guys. I'm going to briefly get into this this whole controversy about eggs. And my introduction to this is, I don't care. Yes, chickens stop laying eggs in the winter, and it may be related, it may not be related to something somebody's doing somewhere. I don't care. I'm not gonna jump onto something I have nothing else to add. I'm not an expert in chickens like Jeff from Bobblehead. The dude knows everything about chickens. He can definitely give you input. So that's all I got to say about that. Now, I will say, The meetup with MT Homestead in May at Lake Tenkiller on Cherokee Landing State Park is a go for May 19th weekend. But guys, coming up also is the new Homesteading Expo, Oklahoma Homesteading Expo, and I believe that's June 2nd and 3rd, and I have reserved a room for that. So if you're interested in going to the Homesteading Expo in Oklahoma, that's in Pryor, Oklahoma, I will be attending that on Saturday. I'll be getting there Friday. It's a 2-day event, Friday and Saturday. I'm just going to be at this Saturday, and I want to see Doug and Stacy. Doug, Stacy, oh my goodness, as soon as I heard Doug was going to be there, I was sold. I mean, you had me at Doug, okay? I love me some Doug and Stacy. Of course, my friends, the Macs, are going to be speaking again, and I love me the Macs. Go check them out. They're great friends down in southern Mississippi, near 3 Mississippi, actually. But when I heard Doug and Stacy were going to be there, yeah, Doug and Stacy. I think the light is shining. There you go. The light is shining right on the camera now, so I do apologize for that, guys. So super excited about that. And then of course, you know, the Ozark Homesteading Expo, I believe, is in August. I'm going to see about going to that. That's in Missouri. And so there's 3 events right there. If you're interested in seeing me at any of those, I will be attending. I will not be a speaker. I will not be a vendor. I will just be one of you guys enjoying the show. So lots going on very, very soon. And one other thing, I told Simple Life Reclaimed that all the pines I'm cutting down for where my barn dominium is going to go are available for them if they want to ship them back. You know, cut them up. I'll help them cut them, and they can ship them back and mill them. But what I noticed today was they're talking about putting their roof joists up, the trusses. And I said, hey guys, if those come in and you are putting them up over a weekend, I volunteer. Let's see if I can block the camera there for you. I volunteer to come out on a Friday, take a Friday off, drive up there, help Saturday, and then, you know, Friday night, Saturday, drive back Sunday, help Sunday. And so if they need an extra, I'm kind of afraid of heights a little bit, but I could definitely shore up some trusses as Gary does his magic up there. I'm sure David would be helping out as well, and probably Anthony. So I am excited for any help I can give them, because they've given me so much help. So I hope my hand is blocking that light and helping you out of there a little bit, guys. So I think it's about time, as the sun sets here on the ridge, to let you guys go. I'm going to try to edit this real quick. I don't do really editing on Ramblings, but with the drone footage, I got to add it to this. Normally these are just one cut, you know, one take cuts. So I will get this to you here in just a few minutes. It's actually gonna be a lot longer than that. But so guys, until next time, I hope everyone has a blessed day. Stay rambling and go Ridge Life.